Hi there guys, it's Aaron here from Console Deals, back with another on-camera video where this time we will be counting down 5 of the rarest Xbox One consoles ever released. And the reason we're doing this is because obviously the Xbox Series X is quickly coming up on the horizon, but more importantly, we received word last week that Xbox One X's and Xbox One S all digital editions will no longer be being produced. It's over for Xbox One X's, which is a crying shame because anyone who regularly visits the channel will have known that I recently unboxed the Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox One X and I really loved it. I use it to this day now, got the controller set right here, but then that is officially the last ever limited edition console we'll ever see from Microsoft, at least in the Xbox One capacity. So without further ado, we thought this a good occasion to start ranking down those Xbox One consoles you will likely never have seen up close in person. Let's get into it. 2017 didn't mark a great time for Xbox One exclusives, with Halo Wars 2 only releasing to the embrace of a niche audience and the next Gears of War game at least 2 years away. However, while it's since come to Nintendo Switch, Cuphead released on Xbox One to bring a much needed bout of fresh air, setting you and a friend through a classic cartoon-inspired 2D gauntlet of run-and-gun action and incredibly hard bosses. Microsoft celebrated the occasion by designing a limited edition Cuphead Xbox One S console. As with most of the rare Xbox One consoles featured on this list, the Cuphead variant was never sold through normal retail streams, only in fact being given away via an elaborate Twitter competition. The Cuphead console is both smart and vibrant though, featuring Cuphead and Mugman on both the console itself and its corresponding controller against a familiar yellow colour scheme. In terms of quantity, we know that at least more than one Cuphead Xbox One S was made, as a handful of influencers received them, but to this day, you're never likely to find it on sale. What better way is there to celebrate one of the biggest Marvel heroes getting his very first movie than with an extremely limited edition games console, right? The aptly named Black Panther Xbox One X was just that, specifically designed to tie in with the hit 2018 movie and really released as more of a publicity stunt rather than a viable consumer purchase. This is mainly because Microsoft only ever manufactured 5, yes 5, worldwide, with the only way to get your claws on one being to enter your details into a sweepstake website where a handful of lucky winners would be drawn. The sweepstake was only ever open to residents in the US at the time, but what they got was a surprisingly well designed and cool looking limited edition console. The box's top features Black Panther and his villain Killmonger's mask split dead center, encircled by a range of Wakandan inspired symbols that span outwards. The movie's logo can also be found just above the console's eject button, and if that wasn't enough, the corresponding Xbox One controller opts for a similar look with the eponymous hero's eyes piercing directly at you. Unfortunately, the Black Panther Xbox One X isn't made of vibranium, but it's by far one of the rarest custom Xbox One consoles on this list, as it's yet to be sold by any of the lucky winners. So far at least, this rare Xbox One X appears to be priceless. Given that Lara Croft's second rebooted adventure, Rise of the Tomb Raider, originally remained an Xbox One exclusive for a year, it wasn't too much of a surprise to see Square Enix once again buddy up with Xbox for the sequel by way of a totally custom, and rare, Xbox One X console. The game also released for PS4 and PC, but it played best on Microsoft's souped-up machine, beautifully presenting Shadow of the Tomb Raider's atmosphere and shadows with premier HDR lighting. The Shadow of the Tomb Raider Xbox One X itself perfectly reflects the third game's much darker tone, being purposefully styled as an ancient relic or artifact you'd expect to find in one of the series' eponymous tombs. The console is so rare because it was never sold in stores, instead used to promote the game and being sold on eBay for fundraising purposes. Its starting price was a cool $1,000, eventually being sold for a crazy $8,300. That might seem like a lot for a console laden in Mayan patterns and vines, but potentially worth it considering that there is only one in existence. We here in the UK have only recently discovered the Mexican-filled joys of Taco Bell, which is a shame considering that Microsoft partnered with the US fast food chain back in 2018 to release this limited edition Platinum Xbox One X. This custom console came as a surprise, as despite this very strange partnership, the Xbox One X is in no way garish or ugly and is actually pretty pared back and sleek. It will unfortunately play the recognisable ringing sound heard at the end of most Taco Bell commercials when switched on, but we won't hold that against it. The promotional giveaway ran from October 18th through to the November 21st in the USA, and all you had to do to enter was purchase a double chalupa box costing $5. The Platinum Xbox One X differs from the other entries on this list in that more than just a few were made, with Taco Bell giving away roughly 5,000 in total. That might sound like a lot, but it's still extremely scarce in the grander scheme of things. Still, paying $5 to potentially win one of the rarest Xbox One consoles ever made is a pretty good deal, even if it cost you a lot more to own one these days. If there was anything that Netflix documentary hit The Last Dance proved earlier this year, it's that the whole world was suffering from a strong case of Michael Jordan mania in the late 90s. Microsoft capitalised on that some 20 years later, back in 2018, commemorating the infamous 1998 slam dunk contest that saw the man himself take off from the free throw line, with the release of several limited edition Air Jordan 3 Xbox One X consoles. Again though, despite boasting more than one design, these variants weren't made available for wide release and were instead given away via elaborate Twitter giveaways. All three custom console variants are directly inspired by Nike's line of Air Jordan 3 Retro U sneakers that were themselves inspired by Michael Jordan's jump, boasting the iconic maneuver on top of the console's box and also in the right hand side grip of the Xbox One wireless controller. From cherry red to glacier white mixed with black cement and then vice versa, you'd be hard pressed to add any one of these into your collection these days unless you're stacked with basketball player money. Swish. So there you have it guys, 5 of the rarest Xbox One consoles ever released worldwide. And as I mentioned before, it's very unlikely that you would have seen these up close. I personally know that I haven't. I'm just happy with my Cyberpunk console. But do you happen to own any one of these? Have you seen any of them up close? I'd be very fascinated to find out, so pop it down in the comment section below, or if indeed which of the 5 we just ran through, let us know which is your favourite. But until next time, don't forget you can already watch the PS4 version of this video by clicking the link here. And don't forget to like, share this video as well, just to spread the love as we head into the world of PS5 and Xbox Series X very soon. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your week, don't forget to subscribe, and until then, happy gaming.